Okay, happy morning to all you targeted other fellow targeted individuals out there. The time is 6:30 a.m. and it is Thursday, December 5th. So, what I'm gonna show you in this video are other platforms that I have found through here. Again, I don't take credit for this article. It goes to their ownership and and all that, and credit goes to their prospective parties and whatnot who created it. So let's dig right in. I'll scroll down. As you can see, Vimeo. That's a platform similar to YouTube. Technically, now these, from what they're saying, these platforms are actually even much better than YouTube. But I'll leave that at your own discretion to try out. So there's one. The second one is Meta Cafe. If you haven't heard of it, go ahead and check it out. But before I go any further, let's just read this up for a bit to see what we can find. Okay, so scroll down. And that seems a bit too much to read. I'm not really gonna do all of that. I'll leave that up to your discretion. You just pause and read if you like. But yep, there it is. There's Meta Cafe, Vimeo, Daily Motion. There's that too. Let's keep going down. VHO is another platform. Keep an eye out for that. You know what? I think I could read these articles, but I'm not gonna. I'll leave that to your own discretion to read that. The Internet Archive feature films. Yep. Okay, so you got the Internet Archive. Scroll down. Now, I didn't think that Crackle was actually a video sharing site like that. I didn't even realize that they were. But this is I only knew that they were mostly like had their movies and their shows on there that you could stream. But I don't know. I don't even know why they're showing that. If there is some type of similarity from that to to the other thing, then I guess it is. But I don't know. And see, what's that? That's that's a bit of an odd name, but apparently that's another one, Voodoo. I wouldn't really see that as a appropriate um, sales pitch, but to each his own on that one. And of course, there's Twitch, but that's more towards gaming and whatnot. So I guess if you wanted to like raise some funds, maybe make a quick buck, you could probably do some live streams on there if you got the money to get the equipment to do so. But with these gang stalkers, they sabotage stuff, they steal stuff, they do a whole lot of stuff just to jeopardize your life. And it's all for the sake of money, which, of course, money is truly the root of all evil. The devil's out there to steal, kill, and destroy, as we all know. And unfortunately, these people have just given themselves to it. And what they don't understand, though, and this is what I look at it. Look at society as a whole, right? Including the people who call themselves the elites, right? The whole thing as a whole. But it seems like no matter what's happening, like these same people, it doesn't seem like they really get anywhere, They get these gift cards and whatnot, they get all of this stuff, but it doesn't seem like they get much of anywhere. And you have to really think and wonder why. I mean, yeah, they're getting paid some money from this, but it's actually more to it than that, from what I've understand. And in fact, it's all a desperation to keep certain people in poverty. And people who they fear who would, change the game on them are that's when they turn to the very same people who they've been oppressing for all these years, keeping poor and stuff, and just keeping them in a state of dependency upon a lot of things, by the way. it seems like they would offer to hire them to pay them some pennies or whatever, right? For them to tear down and sabotage those who can change the game. That would actually liberate these people's lives who unfortunately choose the GameStop. And it's because of this that they don't understand. Like, their whole sense of poverty is because of the exact same people who they're working for. They are the ones who caused and created the environment that we live in now. Their evil intentions has actually caused a lot of people to end up in a state to where they're eating a lot of processed stuff, to where they're literally just, it's not even just that. It's like it's a lot of harmful things that are going on that a lot of people refute. It's not so much as even people aren't even aware at this point, because if you got this many people doing this many things, there's a systematic basis to this. You got some people who do know the full story of all of this. Then you got some people who like semi know, and then you got some people who are just completely in the dark and they're just looking to make a quick buck. But yeah, and by the way, when I actually went to go shopping for my supplies for the other stuff that I usually do, like the one of the cures that I mentioned before in my previous videos, I ended up going to Walmart and I got a lot of threats, and it makes you wonder why I would get so many threats from purchasing something like that. But I think like when it comes to this brainwashing stuff that they do, I think they get a large payout if it actually succeeds. If you get locked up, if a fatality comes to pass, and or if you get brainwashed, there's a large payout for that, and they only get pennies part of it until then. So it's a really disgusting act that they would do this, that they would take a life. And for a fact that that technically constitutes as murder of life, because even if you're not the sole person who took it, you're still playing a big part of taking that life, whether it's by death or whether it's by sabotage. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as killing a life. It's the exact same thing. And again, money is the root of all evil. It can do great things, but you gotta understand, when it comes greatness, there's also comes destruction too. So you can't have, in the situations like these, you can't have one without the other. But I believe it's mostly what you make of it and what you do with it that counts, and what you do to get it. So I suppose that's the bigger picture of this. But anyway, let's continue before I continue to ramble. I don't want to get into a large monologue or anything. And the next social platform is 9gag. 9gag is a collection of all things fun and goofy. Funny photos, GIFs, gaming videos, memes, anime, and more. Most of the content is fun and frivolous. Video titles include a compilation of the best commercials starred by the Star Wars crew and whatever. Anyway, yeah, there's that. Then there's another social platform called TED Talks. There's another one if you may be interested in. It's coming out at number 10. And let's continue to go. What's your favorite? And I think that's it. Yeah, all list 10. So again, let's scroll through it just so you know. And of course, you already know if you're watching this. Again, Vimo, Meta Cafe, Daily Motion, VHO, the Internet Archive, Crackle. I don't know too much about that. I've watched stuff on there and whatnot, but I don't remember seeing people like stream stuff on there. Not really stream, but like stream their live stream videos and stream like the stuff that they post on YouTube. So I'll leave that to your own discretion to find out about. Twitch, that's mostly for gaming. So honestly, in my honest opinion, I don't even know if there even are targeted individuals even using Twitch, but I may check that out just to see. You never know. The Open Video Project, but I don't know how popular that one may be. You never know. 9gag looks like it may be fairly popular. Not sure. TED Talks. Looks like it would be interesting to check out. And I believe that's the last one. Yep, that's the last one. So I hope this helps all of the targeted individuals out there. Again, when December 20th hits, they're gonna shut down any small channel that's not making money, and I believe this counts the channels that also includes their channels that are in the thousands. So it's not just ones that are under the thousands; it's ones that are at the thousands. So if you're not in the million mark, they're gonna take you down. Unfortunately, I still believe this is a desperate attempt to to cover stuff up, because like if you look at the amount of gang stalking and stuff and evidence that has been displayed on YouTube, there's a lot. There's a lot of methods on there to fight back on it, and they're just trying to get rid of that before any other new targeted individuals find out about it. And I can tell because they try to hide the real channels of the actual targeted individuals that are out there. Some of us were lucky enough to get our channels large and heard out, but I noticed that they definitely have other larger channels out there that seek out to deflect, and not just deflect, but also for other purposes as well. Like they will, I guarantee you, if you see if you know that your comments or someone who's commenting your stuff is getting highlighted, that's a flag. That's what they do when they flag something, and they're trying to keep an eye on who that person is as far as contact. Because I'm telling you, judging from my own personal experience, they do not want me getting in contact with other targeted individuals. They do not want me doing that. I guarantee you that. I did message one particular targeted individual that also just so happens to live out here where I'm at, but that guy has not posted a video since last week, and that was during the weekend. Last week during the weekend, and actually, it may have been the week before. Actually, I think it may have been the week before. I could be wrong. But at the same time that had happened, I noticed that they had forced my. I say forced because I know that for a fact they did this. They forced my aunt to call the cops as far as a desperate attempt to get away into my unit. And I believe it was a way to get the officials in here so that they can put more surveillance equipment in my apartment. Either way, I don't really too much. It's not really too much of a bothersome thing or whatever. Even though it is a major violation of privacy, and it's very illegal for them to be doing that. Heck, it's even illegal for people to allow them to do that. But yeah, that's a subject for another time. But yeah, I'm only making this video just to help other people out to find other social platforms that they may decide to check out for their videos and whatnot, for the future of their channel. Remember, save all your videos, save all your content, and whatever you do, I'm telling you, they will try to hack into your device. They will go through your drives, and they will delete stuff that they do not want posted online. I'm telling you, it's happened to me. I've heard it's happened to other people. So just be mindful of that. Get SD cards. Have your stuff on you so they can't mess with it. I've got certain devices of which I don't ever plan on turning online, and mainly for just transferring purposes. So I got that. As far as that, I recommend all other targeted individuals to do the same. Remember, you don't need an actual computer just to transfer your files. What I normally do, and here's a quick tip for all of you. What I normally do, I get a camera, right, that can actually run off an SD card, a body cam that runs off an SD card, which I have now. And as I record my videos from that, I can just plug that up into my tablet and transfer my files over, and then I can literally transfer that over onto my phone, and then I could submit my videos. That's how I usually that's how I started to do my stuff as far as it's concerned. But I couldn't post any of the other long street theater videos that I got that were very obvious of street theater. If I could, I would, but I'm telling you, they deleted a lot of my stuff in my drive. They've deleted a lot of stuff in there. Only stuff that they did not want seen to the open public. So I got myself geared up for both in the daytime and at night. I've already gave recommendations out to other target individuals. Remember, if you have to ever travel out at night, get a very bright LED flashlight. These people like to hide in the dark. Get one of those and get a body cam. Get a body cam so that you be able to identify these people even at night. As other than that, the other thing you gotta be mindful of is if you're using a flashlight. I did tell people that you can use a flashlight to guard your face or whatever, but you got to see, like, if these people are like traveling around or whatever, they how should I say, they mostly are going to be traveling around by car, most likely. And if they travel around by foot, it just makes it too obvious. It really does, because I ended up going out just the other day with my body cam and nobody was around me at all. Like, nobody. And usually whenever I head out, they would have somebody waiting down there. But the fact that I now have a body cam says otherwise, because they know that just with a face I can identify who they are. That's all that I need. All I need is a face, a phone number, a first and last name, a license plate, and that's it. Those are the only bits of information that you need to identify who's stalking you, who's doing all of this stuff. And normally I would have actually went full blast with this, but you gotta be equipped when you want to do your research properly. And you don't want to have it to where they can just literally delete whatever you're capturing. So I had to reassess myself for that. And as far as anything goes, as far as where I'm gonna most likely change and move my channel to, I will keep you all posted, and I will post that before December 20th hits. I pray all targeted individuals find peace, as well as I'm trying my hardest to find peace. I know God and Jesus Christ is looking out for all of us, and I know for a fact, as long as we believe in God, as long as He has our backs, as Jesus is by our side, we all will be fine. No matter what hardships we may face, remember, there is no greater pain than eternal damnation. No pain in this world can literally ever, no matter what it is, no matter whether it's a state of homelessness, no matter whether it's poverty, no matter whether it's starvation, I am telling you, there is no greater pain than eternal damnation. And these gang stalkers, they've done more than enough to ensure their ride straight to it. In the end, that's for God to decide. And honestly, it says it in the Bible, as we all know. It is what it is. So that's just the way that I see it. The way I see life more as a trial than as something permanent. I don't see life as something permanent, because we all don't live forever. And the chance given to whether you go to either heaven or hell is the life that you live. If you choose a life of benevolence, then your punishment is benevolence. But if you choose a life of selflessness and actually do good by others and to help those in need, whatever sins you may have will be forgiven, but it depends on what those sins are, and you can't live a life of sin while still doing harmful things to either yourself or to others. It just doesn't work that way. You have to live a life completely without sin. But unfortunately, these demons, and these intents that these people are possessed with, it really, really, really gets to the point to where a lot of before anybody was aware of this, it gets to the point to where a lot of bad influences were out there. A lot of people were just trying to influence you into the wrong stuff. So as long as you realize the difference between the two, everyone should be fine, including yourself. Anyway, it's 6:50 a.m. It's Thursday, December 5th. I'm gonna pray for everybody. This is MMTI Strategy Guide. I'm over and out.